Hi everyone, and welcome to another session of Building Blocks. I'm Judy Brown from the Little Fabric Garden, and I'm here to walk you through a special project that we have planned. Now in the past, our past programs, we have been doing blocks and disappearing blocks and making new blocks. But with Valentine's Day coming up very quickly, we thought maybe it would be kind of fun to do something to deal with Valentine's Day. So today the project that we are going to be working on is a table runner, and it looks like this. Now don't go getting worried because it really is very, very easy to do. Okay, so to start this project, you've got to buy some fabric. You have to get the fabric to do it. So when you go shopping, you are going to you're going to buy 1/3 of a yard for the center of this table runner. 1/6 of a yard, which is just 6 inches, is going to be for the inside border. And then this piece is 5/8 of a yard, and this is going to be for the outside border and the binding to put it all together. Now, I am going to tell you what you're going to have to cut these at, in just a minute. But again, you need 1/3 of a yard of this, 1/6 of a yard of this, and 5/8 of a yard of this. And when you go to some stores, like they don't like to cut smaller pieces. So when you buy the inside border, you may have to buy 1/4 of a yard, but you really only need 6 inches to do this project. Okay, here you see all of the pieces, and you're probably wondering, how did she get all of this out of what she bought at the store? So I'm going to tell you right now, the center piece, which is this is called the main fabric. I cut this at 12 inches by 36 inches. That's what this piece is cut at. Now, if you go to the store and you buy 1/3 of a yard, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be 12 inches. So really, the only thing you have to worry about is cutting the length of it off. So this piece is 12 by 36. And then from the piece that you bought, you're still going to have some left over. So then you're going to cut 4 3.5-inch squares. And these will end up being the corner squares that we saw in the original table runner. You're going to take your inner border, the 1/6 of a yard, and you're going to cut 2 pieces that are 1.5 inches by 36, and you see it's the same length as that, so you're going to cut 2 of those, and you are going to cut 2 that are 1.5 by 12. So these will be going on the sides, and like on the top and the bottom, I guess, and then these are going to be going on the longer edges. So then you're going to take that big piece that you bought, and you are going to cut 2 pieces that are 2.5 inches wide by 36 inches, and you are going to cut 2 that are 2.5 inches by 12 inches. Now you still have another piece left over from that big piece that you bought, that 5/8 of a yard that you bought. And that piece is going to be used for the binding at the end. Okay, here you see some of the pieces, and I've kind of gathered them or put them together with their partners for this project. Now the 4 3.5-inch squares I've put to the side because we don't need them right now. But what we're going to do to get these things ready to put to the centerpiece is we are going to take this piece, these 2 pieces, and we are going to sew them down this way. So they're both 36 inches long, so you can put this right on top of it, like that. This is going to go on top of this. And then you're going to sew 1/4 inch all the way down here. Do the same all the way down here. Now I'm just going to fold this back on top, and so that you'll get an idea of what this looks like. And it's going to be like this. When you're done, it's going to look like this. And this one will be the same because of your 1/4 inch. Okay, so pretty much like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same exact thing with this. We're just going to put these right sides together, sew 1/4 of an inch here, 1/4 of an inch here. You're going to open it up, and you do have to press these so that they lay flat, but we're not going to go into that right now. And then that's going to go like that, and then this will kind of look like this. So now we have, like in our imaginary mind here, we have these all sewed together, and they are ready to put onto the centerpiece. Okay, so now you see here we have the pieces that we have sewed, not really, but we are pretending that they are sewed together. And we've got the borders. Now this is the inside border, this is the outside border, and we have it on both sides. Okay? So we are going to now take this piece, and we are going to turn it right sides together over top of this, and it will be something like, oh dear, let's see if I can do this. It's going to be like this, and you are going to sew 1/4 of an inch all the way down here, and then you'll bring it back, and it will, look like this. And then you'll do the same thing with this piece, because this will be one unit when we sew that. We're going to put that on top, sew 1/4 of an inch, and then this is what we will have this together. All right, it's coming together pretty good. All righty. All right, so here we have the rest of the pieces. So if I take this piece and I put it just here, we've got these empty spaces on the end. So what we have to do is to take our 3.5 inch squares that we cut way back in the beginning, and we are going to put one here, like on either side of these pieces. So it will be like this. And again, we're going to, this will fit perfectly, the 3.5 inch, and you're going to put right sides together. You're going to sew 1/4 of an inch. You're going to do the same thing on this side, 1/4 of an inch. Open it up, and like when you press it, you can kind of press it out, and you'll do the same thing to this. So when you've got these two sections finished, this is what it's going to look like. This one we will take to the other side and turn it around and put it there. This one will move right on into here. Okay, so here we are. Here are our pieces over here. Now again, we have to remember that these are going to be sewed, and this will be one unit. So then you will do the same thing that we did to these. You're going to put it right sides together. You'll sew down 1/4 of an inch, and then flip it back, and you'll do the same thing over to this side. And when you are finished doing that, that's how it ends up looking like this. Okay, so this is the outcome. This is what it will look when you get all of our little pieces together. Here is the center. Here are the inside borders. Here are the 4 corners that we did, and we put it all together. Now, when we did it, we just got the top, but there's more to it than that. So you will also have to get some fabric to put on the back of it, and then there's batting too that you have to put in between it. But that won't take you very long to do, and you can just measure to see how big this ends up being. And I can't remember, I think it's like 18 by 42, something like that. And then you get a piece of fabric that is that same size to put on the back, and you can put anything you want on the back. You could even put another Valentine print on the back, and then you could flip it if you wanted to. And the pieces that were left from this fabric, you will cut 2.5 inch strips to make the binding, but that's probably going to be another class. All right, so this is what you're going to end up with for this, and I'm going to show you how versatile this pattern can be in just one second. There are a couple of different things that I like about this pattern that I just showed you. One thing is that it's very easy to put together, and it is all straight sewing. There's no triangles, there's no flying geese or anything that's scary. It's just straight sewing. But the other thing that I really like about it is that because of the ease of putting it together, you can make these for every single holiday. So all you have to do is change out that middle section, like, you know, St. Patrick's Day is coming. You could put this maybe with a black inside border and, you know, and some other green fabric on the outside, and you would have a really nice St. Patrick's Day. Here we have Easter, so you could do the same thing. There's lots of colors, you know, that you can pick up for the Easter one. You know, we have 4th of July or any of the patriotic ones, and you could do the same thing. But, you know, like you just find a fabric that you like to go in the center, and then you can pick other fabrics to go along with it. This was a really pretty Christmas one that came in, and you could do the same thing with this. You know, pick a green for an outside border and maybe something else to go on the outside. Or you can just, if you just want to do something for your kitchen table, that could be anything. It doesn't have to be seasonal or whatever. It could just be anything. You know, it's something that goes with the room and how it looks. But that is one really good thing about this pattern, is that it's very easy to change out, and you can get it together in no time, and really it's not that expensive to do this particular pattern. So you know, if you're thinking of trying to move up from our disappearing blocks, you could try something like this. Now again, the patterns are going to be available at the library, curbside. They're going to be at the website, and they are also going to be here at the store. So, you know, if you're interested in doing it, you know, stop and get a pattern, and don't forget to post your final product so that we can see it on either the library's Facebook page or my Facebook page later on. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.